Good morning, students. So, macroeconomics is one of the important concept in economics, right? So, today we are going to start with solo growth model. What it is all about? The solo growth model. Yes, it is one of the important topics in macroeconomics. One of the very most important topic. Okay, and today मैं आपको समझाने वाली हूँ कि ये क्या होता है, ये मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स क्या होता है. थियरीज ऑफ इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में आता है स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग डिफर अमंग पार्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड बाई अमाउंट दैट ऑलमोस्ट डिफाई कॉम्प्रीहेंशन ऑल दो प्रिसाइज कंपेरिजन आर डिफिकल्ट द बेस्ट अवेलेबल एस्टिमेट सजेस्ट दैट एवरेज रियल इनकम इन सच कंट्रीज like US, Germany, whose GDP are higher, exceed those in such country as Bangladesh and Zaire by a factor of 20 or more. There are also large differences in country growth records. Some countries such as South Korea, Turkey, and Israel appear to be making the transition to membership. In the group of relatively wealthy industrialized economy, others, including many in South America and Sub-Saharan Africa, have difficulty simply in obtaining positive growth rates of real income per person. So finally, we see vast differences in standard of living over time. The world is much richer today than it was 300 years ago or even 50 years ago. The implication of this difference in standard of living for human welfare are enormous. The real income difference across country are associated with large difference in nutrition, literacy, infant mortality, life expectancy and other different measures. And the welfare consequences of long-run growth swamp any possible effect of the short-run fluctuations that macroeconomics traditionally focus on. तो एक average recession में US में देखिए for example real income per person falls by a few percent relative to its usual path. Recession मतलब क्या हमको पता ही है, जब पैसे का दाम कम हो जाता है. रिसेशन है ना, इन्फ्लेशन नहीं है. तो इन कॉन्ट्रास्ट द प्रोडक्टिविटी स्लो डाउन द फैक्ट दैट एवरेज एनुअल प्रोडक्टिविटी ग्रोथ since the 1970 has been about 1 percentage point below its previous level, has been reduced real income per person in US. So other examples even more startling. If real income per person in India continues to grow at its post-war average rate of 1.3% per year, it will take 200 years for Indian real incomes to reach the current US level. So if India achieves 3% growth, the process will take less than 100 years. And if it achieves Japan's average growth rate, 5.5%, the time will be reduced to only 50 years. To quote Robert Lucas, once one starts to think about economic growth, it is hard to think about anything else. Okay? So, एजम्पन्स क्या है, इनपुट आउटपुट. देखिए सोलो मॉडल अभी मेन सोलो मॉडल में आते हैं. सोलो मॉडल में फोकस करता है 4 वेरिएबल में, आउटपुट, कैपिटल, लेबर, नॉलेज और द इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ लेबर. ठीक है, तो आउटपुट, कैपिटल, लेबर, नॉलेज है और लेबर का इफेक्टिवनेस क्या होता है. एट एनी टाइम द इकोनॉमी हैज सम अमाउंट ऑफ कैपिटल, लेबर, नॉलेज एंड दिस आर कंबाइंड टू प्रोड्यूस आउटपुट. So the production function takes the form yt equals to function of capital, labor or amount of or effectiveness of labor. वहाँ पे टी डिनोट करता है टाइम. सो 2 फीचर्स प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन नोट करना चाहिए कि फर्स्ट, टाइम डज नॉट एंटर द प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन directly but only through KL and A, that is output changes over time only if the inputs into production change. In particular, the amount of output obtained from given quantity of capital and labor rises over time. Second, A and L enter multiplicatively. AL is referred to as effective labor and technological progress that enters in this fashion is known as labor augmenting or Harrod neutral. This way of specifying how A enters together with the other assumptions of the model will imply that the ratio of capital to output K by Y eventually settles down. So in practice, capital output ratio do not show any clear upward or downward trend over extended period. So central assumption है, कंसर्न होता है कि जो प्रॉपर्टी होता है प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन और इवोल्यूशन ऑफ 3 इनपुट का प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन में कि कैपिटल, लेबर, नॉलेज, वी डिस्कस ईच इन टर्न. चलिए असम्पशंस पढ़ते हैं. सो मॉडल्स क्रिटिकल असम्पशन कंसर्न होते हैं कि प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन वो है जिसमें कांस्टेंट रिटर्न्स टू स्केल इन इट्स 2 आर्गूमेंट, कैपिटल एंड इफेक्टिव लेबर, दैट इज डबलिंग द क्वांटिटी ऑफ लेबर एंड इफेक्टिव लेबर डबल्स द अमाउंट प्रोड्यूस, डबल कर देता है. Assumption of constant return can be thought of as combining 2 assumptions. So first is that the economy is big enough that the gains from specialization has been exhausted. In a very small economy, there are probably enough possibility for further specialization that doubling the amount of capital and labor more than doubles output. The Solow model assumes, however, that the economy is sufficiently large that if capital and labor double, the new inputs are used in essentially the same way. So the second assumption is that input other than capital, labor, and knowledge are relatively unimportant. In particular, the model neglects land and other natural resources. If natural resources are important, doubling capital and labor could less than double output. In practice, however, the availability of natural resource does not appear to be a major constraint on growth. Assuming constant returns to capital and labor alone, therefore appears to be reasonable approximation. ठीक है, तो assumption of constant return allow करता है work with the productive function in the intensive form, जैसे F equal to K by AL, मतलब 1 by AL F K AL. ठीक है, सो के बाई एल है अमाउंट ऑफ कैपिटल पर यूनिट ऑफ इफेक्टिव लेबर और के एल होता है आउटपुट पर यूनिट ऑफ इफेक्टिव लेबर. दैट इज वी कैन राइट आउटपुट पर यूनिट ऑफ इफेक्टिव लेबर as a function of capital per unit of effective labor. To see the intuition behind, think of dividing the economy into AL small economy, each with 1 unit of effective labor and K by AL units of capital. So since the production function at constant return, each of this small economy produces 1 by AL as much as is produced in the large undivided economy, the amount of output per unit of effective labor depends only on the quantity of capital per unit of effective labor and not on the overall size. So that is what is expressed mathematically. The intensive form production is to satisfy this. It is straightforward to show that f prime k होता है marginal product of capital. तो FAL जो होता है ये assumption imply करते हैं कि marginal product of capital is positive but that it declines as capital rises. ठीक है, तो ये है आपका सोलो ग्रोथ का डायग्राम. इंटेंसिव फॉर्म निकालना है हमको, तो डिवाइड करेंगे बोथ इनपुट्स बाई AL. K बाई AL होगा तो वो आएगा K टू द पावर अल्फ़ा. तो इट इज स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड टू चेक दैट दिस एक्सप्रेशन इज पॉजिटिव. क्यों? क्योंकि इट अप्रोच करता है इन्फिनिटी, जो कि अप्रोच करता है ज़ीरो, और एंड दैट इट अप्रोचेज ज़ीरो एज के अप्रोचेज इन्फिनिटी. फाइनली एफ डबल प्राइम के होता है -1 माइनस अल्फ़ा, अल्फ़ा के अल्फ़ा -2, अल्फ़ा के अल्फ़ा -1. सो अल्फ़ा -1 क्या हो जाएगा? अल्फ़ा -2. वही. अब इवोल्यूशन ऑफ इनपुट इनटू प्रोडक्शन कैसे करेंगे? जो रिमेनिंग अजम्पशन है कि स्टॉक ऑफ लेबर नॉलेज जो चेंज होता है, मॉडल इज सेट इन कंटिन्यूअस टाइम. दैट इज द वेरिएबल्स ऑफ द मॉडल आर डिफाइंड एट एवरी पॉइंट इन टाइम. सो द इनिशियल लेवल्स ऑफ कैपिटल, लेबर, नॉलेज आर टेकन एज गिवन where n and g are exogenous parameter, where a dot over a variable denotes a derivative with respect to time. So equation 1.8, 1.9 imply that L and A grow exponentially. That is L0 and A0 denote their value. So output is divided between consumption and investment. The fraction of output devoted to investment is exogenous and constant. ठीक है, although no restrictions are placed, there some is assumed to be positive. Since this is a first model, we will encounter a general comment about modeling is called for. The Solow model is grossly simplified in a host of ways. To give just a few examples, there is only a single good government is absent. Fluctuations in employment are ignored. Production is described by an aggregate production function with just 3 input. And the rate of saving, depreciation, population growth, and technological progress are constant. It is natural to think of these features of the model as defect. The model omits many obvious features of the world, and surely some of these features are important to ग्रोथ. ओके, नाउ डायनेमिक क्या है? ये जो के होता है ये स्केलर होता है, हमको पता ही है. ठीक है, वी यूज़ अ चेन रूल. सो ऐसे ऐसे करके निकालेंगे. हमको ये पता है ऑलवेज वाई एक्सिस ई एक्सिस देना है. अब एक्चुअल और ब्रेक इवन इन्वेस्टमेंट क्या होता है? ये है एक्चुअल इन्वेस्टमेंट, ये है ब्रेक इवन इन्वेस्टमेंट. कैसे समझेंगे? देखिए, इक्वेशन 1.13 जो है ये है की इक्वेशन. के टी इक्वल टू एस एफ के टी माइनस एन प्लस जी प्लस लैम्डा के टी. मतलब ये रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ कैपिटल स्टॉक पर यूनिट ऑफ इफेक्टिव लेबर जो है, डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू टर्म्स. सो फर्स्ट एस एफ के जो है वो एक्चुअल इन्वेस्टमेंट है पर यूनिट ऑफ इफेक्टिव लेबर. आउटपुट पर यूनिट ऑफ इफेक्टिव लेबर क्या है? एफ के. सो फ्रैक्शन ऑफ दैट आउटपुट वो जो इन्वेस्ट होता है. सेकंड टर्म जो है वो है ब्रेक इवन इन्वेस्टमेंट. सो द अमाउंट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट दैट मस्ट बी डन जस्ट टू कीप के एट एन existing level. There are two reasons that some investment is needed. First, existing capital is depreciating. This capital must be replaced to keep the capital stock from falling. This is the lambda k term. Second, the quantity of effective labor is growing. Thus, doing enough investment to keep the capital stock constant is not enough. Keep the capital stock per unit of effective labor constant instead, since the quantity of effective labor is growing. So actual investment per unit of effective labor exceeds the investment needed to break even. ठीक है, अब फेज डायग्राम एक होता है. ठीक है, तो for small value of K, actual investment is larger than break-even investment. So the INADA condition also imply falls towards zero as K becomes large. So at some point the slope of the actual investment line falls below the slope of break-even investment. अब बैलेंस ग्रोथ पार्ट बोल के एक चीज़ होती है सोलो ग्रोथ में. सिंस K converges to this, it is natural to ask for the variable of the model behave when K equals K star. So by assumption, labor and knowledge are growing at rates N and G respectively. The capital stock K equals AL, K since K is constant, K is growing at a rate with both capital and effective labor growing at rate N plus G. The assumption of constant return implies that output Y is also growing at that rate. Finally, capital worker K by L and output per. So the solo model implies that regardless of its starting point, the economy converges to a balanced growth part. Variable of the model is growing at a constant role. So balanced growth part of the solo model fits several of the major stylized facts about growth described by Kaldor. In most of the major industrialized country over the past century, it is a reasonable first approximation to say that the growth rate of labor, capital and output are each roughly constant. The growth rate of output and capital are about equal and are larger than the growth rate of labor. The balanced growth part of the solo model has this property. क्या क्या है? Impact of change in saving rate. The parameter of the solo model that policy is most likely to affect is the saving rate. The division of the government purchases between consumption and investment. The division of its revenue between tax and borrowing and its tax treatment of saving and investment. For concreteness, we will consider a solo economy that is on a balanced growth part and suppose that there is a permanent increase in S. So impact on output क्या होगा? जो increase in S होगा shift करेगा actual investment को upward और K standardize हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो ये है एग्जाम्पल इफेक्ट ऑफ इंक्रीज इन सेविंग रेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट. इस डायग्राम यू कैन सी द ओएस ऑन वोल्ट. अब इन्वेस्टमेंट बड़ा हो गया तो ये आउटवर्ड शिफ्ट कर दिया. ठीक है, कंजम्पशन में क्या होगा? ये ऐसा चेंज आएगा. दिस अ डायग्राम. ओके, सेविंग रेट इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. ठीक है, क्वांटिटेटिव इम्प्लीकेशन देखिए इन दोनों में क्या हुआ और इफेक्ट ऑफ आउटपुट इन द लॉन्ग रन भी आएगा आपका, वो हम करवाएंगे. स्पीड ऑफ कन्वर्जेंस ये थियोरिटिकल पार्ट में आज समझाई. ठीक है, सो यही है आपका सोलो ग्रोथ मॉडल.